Information out here real quick, because there really actually isn't too much on the one, actually, on the Quark, you know, the Mini 123 Tactical, kind of versus the regular Mini 123. If most of you that know me know, I'm pretty much flashlights are my gig as far as the gear I like the most, you know, other than guns, of course. But you know, this Mini 123s has always been impressed. I've always been impressed by it, and just the lightweight size and the output of it. And the idea is that this was so good. You know, I wanted a more tactical style version of it, but yet I was, you know, I wanted to keep what I liked about it. So I just assumed that the Tactical 123 was going to be along those lines. You know, it's certainly up there in price. It's roughly, you know, close to double the price of the regular 123. But I figured, hey, this with a, you know, with a tactical switch on it would be everything I wanted. It is definitely a lot bigger than I actually thought. Not, you know, that's not a huge drawback, but it certainly puts it into a different range. It's thicker as well. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see there, it's a little bit thicker. And you know, the knurling's a little bit different. They've got the knurling on here going, it's kind of funny, on here the triangles are upside down, and here they're more uniform, kind of square. It's good, but it's not quite as good as the 123, but it's still there. I got the one with the raised, you know, butt switch there. They have the ones that are flush where you can, you know, tail stand them, but whatever, I don't care about that. Works great as far as that goes. It's definitely brighter than this, than the regular 123. It's a different technology. I'm not sure what that is. You know, LED, whatever. It's slightly more yellow of a light, slightly, ever. You know, we're talking maybe, you know, 10% of a yellow tinge versus the regular 123. But what I wanted to get out there for everybody, and just so they know, one of my biggest pet peeves about it is, you know, on the regular 123, it's low, medium, high, and then you go through it, low, medium, high, and then you can get your strobe and what have you, your SOS. Again, you know, that can seem a little bit of a weird interface, but I tend to like it. You know, you're getting low to start, and you know, you can get it to where you need to go. And for this, the actual compactness and weight of this, that's great. The biggest problem I have with the Mini, you know, with the Tactical, is you've got 8 modes to choose from, but you have to use memory mode, and you either have the bezel, you know, full on, or you loose it a little, and it's the 2 programs. So I have the high and turbo now, but let's say I want to get to, you know, if I wanted to get to strobe, I would have to go through the whole thing and program it. So, you know, which is you got to do the, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you know, you do that, and then you can go through your deal. Okay, so if I wanted that, then I would let it run, you know, for the 10 seconds, whatever, and then it'll program. So it just programmed that. So now I'll have high, the strobe and the high, strobe and the high, strobe and the high. That's fine, but what if I wanted something else? It just seems like, for all the technology that's offered, that they could have come up with a little bit of a better interface, especially for the price point of this, than just having a choice of 2 usable modes at a time. Because it really doesn't seem very tactical if you have to go, hold on, I want strobe mode, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. On a high note, I think this would be can mount as a great weapon light due to its size, and I know it will take the shock, But again, one of the reasons I like the PD30 Phoenix is if I loosen the bezel, I've got from low through high. If I tighten it, it's high and strobe. And again, I just think that interface is more appropriate on a weapon platform. This could certainly be programmed very easily for the high and then the strobe, and you could secure this in your light mount and just turn the back to activate the two. And the fact that it doesn't have anything around it, you'll be able to get your finger on it no problem. And it does have the temporary on, which can work well. So it definitely has potential, and it may replace my PD30 for the weapon deal, but what a big draw, what a big disappointment. I would have thought, yeah, okay, great, you can program it for 2 modes. I mean, that's what I knew going into it. But there's got to be a way you can operate it outside of memory mode, and there's not a way to operate it outside of memory mode. So it wasn't the overwhelming. I wasn't overly impressed with it like I thought I was going to be coming from this. At this point, I wish I got another PD30 Phoenix and or the little C2 Mini, which is even smaller than this one. So I still might go that route someday. But I mean, I'm kind of psyched now that I've gotten pretty much everything that I need or want, and things are quiet on the front of purchasing things. So I'm gonna have to deal with these. But basically, I just wanted to get that out there because there really isn't that clear of information that you can only operate this in your 2 modes. So again, great output, great shock resistance. The operate you're no problem with actuating the switches. It's a great design. It's just for all the advanced technology, you think that I just thought it would be a little bit different. Okay, and again, it is it's a substantial difference too as far as size goes between your Mini and your Tactical. Maybe I should have gone with the 2 CR123s. That might have made it a little better, a little bit more of a purpose deal. But it certainly is bright. It's not. I mean, by no means is it a light that I'm saying don't get, but for the price point that you got up to for this, I think that you might find some other options that you might like better. But that's just again my opinion. And one thing I do try to know a little bit more about than things like knives and stuff is flashlights. And in this case, again, you got to get it I had to have it to see, and I'm glad I have it. But it's certainly I wish I had a Phoenix PD30 instead, another one of those, because that's certainly, again, still like that more than this. But this is great for just pop in your pocket. This thing is just so damn light, which I was hoping this was going to be a little more reminiscent of, but oh well, I guess you had to, it's give and take. For what you get, you got to give a little to get a little. Alright, so hey, good to be back on here, guys. Don't forget to rate, thumbs up, whatever, and leave some comments, alright? And I hope I'll be talking with you guys a lot more very soon, okay? And again, I don't know, I feel weird kind of pouring myself out to my situation, but I guess I should do a video, kind of a real life video on what exactly happened. Whatever. I stress out about it enough. I don't want to have to talk about it with you guys. Alright. Hey, we'll talk soon, and thank God summer's getting close, because this winter was killing me.